Well, this is a proud moment as we look forward to the upcoming school year for NHS. It's also a sad moment for us advisors and NHS seniors who will be leaving in just a few days. These NHS officers that you see before you work really closely with us as advisors. This is truly a student-led organization, and NHS, really the engine of it is in the officers and then the members to make what we make out of the year. And this was a banner year, and a lot of that is credit to each and every one of them up before you. All but two of the officers in this line were students of mine. So 1 year ago, exactly on this date, May 19th, 1 year ago, when they were being installed as the new officers, it was a very proud moment for me, particularly for the students that I knew. Two of the officers I didn't have as students, but the first one I'm going to speak to, our president, Mary Kelly Hutchinson, I'd heard a lot about. People talk. They said wonderful things about her, what an amazing student she was. Staff and students alike. Even my freshman this year drop her name once in a while, talking about the amazing musician that she is. And what a great leader she'll make. And after working closely with her this year, I can say what they say about Mary Kelly is true. She truly was an outstanding president. Her vision, her leadership, her dedication, her professionalism, all those things shine throughout the year. The one thing that stands out to me is she was very selfless. She was a servant leader. And so even the little things, I'll take it home, got taken care of. And that was impressive, in particular because, as all of you as parents know, kids today are maybe more busy than ever before, with lots of activities, lots of involvement in a lot of different things, and getting pulled in 10 different directions. And being an officer is no different. Our officers are involved in many different things in this building and in the community. And Mary Kelly would oftentimes leave a meeting or an event going to work or going to an orchestra concert. And it's a testament to the kind of leader she is, because everything got done and got done well. And she always had a smile on her face and never made you feel like she was being put out. She did it all, and she did an amazing job. Thank you, Mary Kelly. Our Vice President, Ariana Voiles, was a student of mine. So were a couple of her siblings, and the Voiles family is very dear to my heart. They're all amazing, talented, wonderful students, and so it was an honor to have her come in as the VP for the officers this year. Out of all the officers, when I think about the pillars and what NHS stands for, I think Ariana represents it in the most poignant way in terms of strength and character and integrity and resolve. The best of us know that it's not what happens to you in life, it's how you respond. And Ariana was a great example of that strength of character this year. She had challenges this year and did all of her jobs, did all of her duties well, did it all with a smile on her face. Really was an example to all of us about taking a role and not just doing it, but doing it with joy. And I won't forget everything you've done, Ariana. You were greatly appreciated. And as I can say, a test for all these officers, they will go on to bigger and better things. And I wish you the best. Thank you, Ariana. The next officer to speak of is our secretary, Navas Mutharaj. Navas was my student as well, And Navas wears a lot of hats in this school, and including being the captain of the tennis team and just racing through to get to the ceremony, which he did, and he did well. Navas stood out to me this year as being, he's a remarkable young man, truly gifted as all of them are in every way. He was very, very dependable, particularly in everything, whether it was helping run the brackets with the 3-on-3 tournament, making goofy videos with Blake, or stuffing induction invitation envelopes that all of you received in the mail. Navas was a true officer in every respect. He did it all, he did it selflessly, he was very dependable, and he will certainly go on to bigger and better things. I know that. Someday he may be my doctor. I would be averse to that, Navas, but I just thank you for everything you did, all of your service. You stood out as a secretary and set the bar high. Thank you, Navas. Our treasurer, Blake Root, was the other student that I hadn't had, and I greatly regret that because Blake is a really interesting young man. He is a true joy, a true pleasure to be around. I learned something from Blake every time I'm around him. I even learned something today, as he was telling me the proper way the pledge should be given. He's a very interesting, bright, capable young man, very talented, and he brought a little something different to our officer crew. He thinks out of the box, he has a different way of looking at things, and you know, one of our hallmarks of the year, our 3-on-3 basketball tournament, was Blake's baby. That wouldn't have happened without Blake Root. It was his idea. He helped run it. It was truly the talk of the school. I had students begging me to do it again. No, it won't happen again in the next month and a half, but we will certainly continue it, and we plan on making that an annual event, and that event is a credit to the contributions Blake made. Blake and Navas, like I said, made lots of goofy promo videos for NHS, and were involved in every activity as all the officers were, the blood drives, the food drive, the works, and so he was greatly appreciated. His unique outlook and his input really added luster to this year's NHS group. Thank you, Blake. And last, but certainly not least, is our historian, Rebecca Johnson. Rebecca Johnson, as you came in, gave us that wonderful digital scrapbook that you've seen on the screen. And in terms of officers, that may be all that is really clearly defined for the historian. But as I've told the new installeed officers, and as I've said to these great students here before, every officer is truly co-equal. That means they're expected to do everything to be leaders. And Rebecca was truly one of the core leaders of this year's NHS. She truly did everything. There was nothing that we did this year that didn't in some way or another have Rebecca's fingerprints on it. She was a servant leader. She was extremely organized and on top of things, always thinking through every situation to make sure things ran smoothly. As a freshman teacher, oftentimes my head is going in 10 different directions. Rebecca routinely would stop by my room and give me a reminder or let me know about the next thing that we had to get done. She really personally helped save me as an advisor by keeping me on point. She is a young lady of high moral fiber, as all these officers are, but she truly gave it everything this year for NHS, and the countless hours and efforts that all of these officers have made are truly appreciated by Mr. Yeager, Mrs. Baskron, and myself, and really speaking on behalf of Mrs. Coates and the entire school. We just thank all of you. Thank you personally, Rebecca. All of you officers, you made us proud, and we wish you the best moving forward. Thank you all. I I'm now going to hand things over to our other co-advisor, Mrs. Buvena Basra.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to make a few remarks before the installation of new officers. I think most of you guys are my students. Congratulations for the new inductees, and thank you so much for doing all the work today, Mr. Allen, Mr. Ager, and new officers and our officers now. It's a lot of work. Thank you so much. Thanks for doing everything for us. Before I became a teacher, I observed 3 good schools in Chicago, one of the #1 schools. You know what I saw? National Honor Society students tutoring other students. That's what some of our officers ran on, to help students, and some of the students who are not here are involved in sports. They're in my class, and I know they are in track and other sports today. That's the reason they are not here, and they needed your help. So if they needed guidance and help, I would like you guys to be in the library helping students. You guys have such intelligent minds, and help other students. That's what we're looking forward for. And also, we are trying to make some changes for next year inductees, that you have to earn your points for graduation court, and also to run for officers. The students who earn the most points are the first one to run for officers, and advisors have a say in it. And now, we have the installation of new officers. New officers, please step out on the stage when your names are called and face the podium. Historian, Addison Hashburger. Treasurer, Sagar Shah. Secretary, Jake Clady. Vice President, Rosie Curlo. I have an accent around the world. President Ben Lutz. Leaving officers, please come to the front and face the new officers and take their hands. You're already in the front. As if shaking their hands. Please listen to the following oath of office. I agree to uphold the standards of National Honor Society and also fulfill the duties of the officer's position that I'm about to accept. If you so agree, please say I do. I do. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn and make your positions as new officers as Indian Trail Chapter of National Honor Society. Old officers, every one of you are so close to my heart because you all went to school with my son. Good luck with college. I'm going to miss you all. Thank you for your service. And now, bye-bye. Congratulations to our new officers. And that concludes our ceremony this evening. Again, we celebrate our students who are leaders are in the educational community, not only academically, but also in character. Much of what they know comes from guidance and support of their families. Thank you all parents. Thank you for all the families for what you do. And thank you for coming this evening. Please join us for refreshments in the common area. Now, the new inductees can pick up their certificates in the commons as well as, along with the refreshments. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming.